that one should really consider when you are on a video shoot. So when you are planning to do a video shoot, whatever shoot is there, whatever kind of shoot you want to do, these are the 11 steps that you should be following. In that, the first 2 steps talk about your content, understanding of the content, what kind of video content you want to generate. Okay, and I would request all of you to please go on mute because I'm getting background noises. Okay? So what kind of video content do you want to produce? So that content understanding is very, very important. When you have a content understanding, it's not about only delivering what you have within you. Okay, कि मुझे ये content आता है, so I'll deliver this. No, that is not how videos work. When you have understood your content, you have to understand your audience also. For whom are you designing it? Okay, so you have to have an audience personality. So how do you get an audience personality? So you have to get, you have certain data points through which you get an audience personality. So you have to design a persona. So means you have to write a name. Okay, so you give an arbit name. So just imagine one person. Okay, that one person is going to represent the entire audience that you are going to cater to. Right? So you have to design, represent one person. So that person name, you have to give him a name. You can give him a place where he stays. You can give him his lifestyle, what kind of lifestyle he lives. You can define his age. You can define his job. You can define his likes, dislikes. You can define his friend circle. You can define the places that he goes to. You can define the kind of food he eats. He can define the kind of movies or things or books he would be reading. You know, so you have to define everything. So that is called the demographic of the audience. And in personal demographics comes in your personal, your location, the kind of education, the kind of people, the kind of social circumstances he has. So you have to design a complete audience persona. Because you just don't design a video for the sake of filling up your YouTube, right? You design it for people to see. And who will be able to see? Only those people would be able to see if you have a connection with them. And how will you be able to build a connection with your audience if you know who is your audience? Okay, now, how do you know who is your audience? So once you have designed a certain kind of persona for your audience, you can think of questions that these audience would be asking. You know, you can think, you have to go into the minds of this audience and start thinking like those audience. So be in the audience shoes. Now, how can you get into the audience shoes? You can get into the audience shoes by 2 ways, by 3 ways. Okay, so you design a questionnaire on Google form. You design a questionnaire and you select 100 sample. If you have that much of audience in your reach. Okay, if you have that much of following in your reach, you can design a questionnaire and send it across to 100, 200 sampling. And then you can do a sample research. The second and the easiest way is you can think of a question, okay, and just go on Google search and type that question. See, is that question asked by how many people? Okay, you will see the occurrence, you know, number of clicks or number of views or the number of questions. If that question is frequently asked, it will of course come in the first page of Google. If not, then might be some other things related to that question would be coming up on the first page, and then your exact question will be coming on the second or the third page, right? Another way of understanding what your audience is thinking and who is your audiences can be as per your content expertise is to go on Quora. I'm sure you will be aware of Quora, Quora. So Quora is a platform which is the biggest platform of questions and answers. Okay, so there are people from national, international, there are groups, there are, you know, pages who are there, and people keep on asking questions, they keep on seeking for answers. The other way is you go there, you see what kind of questions are coming up, have an account on Quora. You can see as per when you feed in your details, okay, like what is your education, what is your expertise, where have you done schooling from, what are you actually looking for. So it will ask you your expertise level. So once you have put in your expertise level, you will start getting relevant questions. So whoever is putting up a question, so this question, there are 2 ways a person can ask a question. So if I am on Quora as a questionnaire, so what will I do? I'll just put up a question generally. Okay, so generally I put up a question and it goes to the relevant picked up a person whom Quora think can answer this question, or there is another option wherein I particularly ask a person to answer it. So when I give it a point and I have spent some time on Quora and I've written like more than 100, 200 answers on Quora, what happens now, I become like, I keep showing on their system. If Sonu can answer these questions, okay, do you want to question her? So I can get specific questions. Okay, so that is also another way of interacting with your audience. But for that, you have to be seen on Quora regularly. Your answers have to be upvoted. Now over there, anybody and everybody can see your answer. It's not necessary that somebody has to follow you, or it's not necessary that your friends and family can only upvote. No. Whatever question is there, if you are giving you relevant answer and people are liking your answers, it gets upvotes. So the more upvotes it gets, the more you become popular on Quora as an answer giving person, okay? As an expert. So you become an expert. So that is the way of understanding audience, their question, their lifestyle, what thinking they are. You can use hashtags, and you can use hashtags to see what kind of questions. So if you are a leadership trainer and you want to know what people in leadership are thinking about or they are questioning about to build a content for yours, you can just write leadership questions. Okay, so you see your questions will coming up, or you can write career counseling questions. So like that, you can write on Quora and you can get relevant questions and you can start answering. There is no such restriction as to you can't answer or something like that. You can answer anything and everything depending on what expertise you will select. So you will get a list of expertise from Quora to think you want to answer on parenting or lifestyle or leadership or self-management, self-development, confidence. So वो सारा आपको मिलेगा when you are about to join Quora app. Okay. So first, ये दोनों platform should be very, very strong. The content and the audience understanding. Once you are set with this, once you are set with a plan, okay, fine, this is my audience and this is the kind of content that I'm going to design for my audience. You make a plan. You make a monthly, weekly, yearly plan, whatever you like. You can make a plan out of it. And then comes up what device will you use to shoot it. So there are only two devices to shoot it. One, a DSLR camera or your mobile phone. So if you can afford a DSLR camera, nothing like that. But I think for starting off, it's good to use our phones because our phones are very, very good in that matter. So we can use a phone which has a camera pixel of around 12 megapixel and above. So any phone which has a good, like your back camera is having 12 megapixel and above, you can use it. If your front camera is having 12 megapixel and above, nothing like it. Okay, so you can start shooting from your selfie camera. So that is the device. Next is the light setting. So you have to see wherein your light is completely on your face. Try to shoot mostly on the natural light that you get in the morning. So your, not early mornings, because early mornings, the lights are dim. So you shoot around when the light is high, like you have got a good lighting in the environment. So you can choose a window site, or you can choose something, a light source. You have to choose a light source which is directly on your face. Okay, so your face brightens up and you don't get any kind of a shadow, right? Then comes the camera angle. So you have to adjust the camera as per the lighting angle. Always remember the light should be behind your lens. It should not be behind you. If the light source is behind you, then you will become like a shadow in front. So it would just be a shadow shooting it up. You will not be seen at all. So your light camera can be behind you and another light can be on your angle. So you can have light on your angles or just behind the lens, so that the light setting and the camera angle you have to check. So you take up your phone, you use your selfie camera and just move around the house to see where the lights are the perfect and which camera angle gives you complete light on the face. So there should be no shadow. Okay, so there, if you put like this, you'll see a shadow happening under my eyes. So there should be no shadow. It should not happen that one side is lighted and the other side is shadowed. So that should not be the case. Your complete face, like this much, at least this much part should be well lit. Then only your video shoots will be more effective and people will connect with you. Otherwise, they will get lost in the shades. After that comes your background. So your background has to be very, very clear. So best is having a clear wall. Okay, you can have a clear wall. If you don't have a clear wall, you can design a fox wall, like a fox wall. How you can just place a white bedsheet, a plain white bedsheet or a green bedsheet. Now see, green background is always advisable while video shoots, because if you are giving your videos to a professional to edit, okay, like if you have reached a professional level wherein you need a professional edit and you need a lot of effects and you need really certain things to be designed in a certain way, you have to go for professional approach. This basic course would not help you achieve that. That is for sure, and that is what I'm making you clear. You can all start your videos making, editing, posting. It will take you to a one level, but if you have to reach like how Brian Tracy is making, or how these big video shoots are making, or video bloggers are making their videos, then you have to have a special assistant and a personalized, an expert, or you need to get into advanced video tools. So advanced video tools can cost your entire video editing setup can cost you somewhere around ₹1,00,000 also. Okay. So you can go into that level if your videos are really doing good and you have really earned a place on YouTube. So you can do that. Otherwise, keep the background white or a plain background. So try to have a plain background, and try to have a background which is white or beige, or might be off-white or a lighter color. Okay, because if your background is of darker color, then you have to be contrasting. Okay, so the background has to contrast you. You cannot blend in the background. First thing. So what happens if your background is darker, then you always have to wear in front a lighter color clothes. You have to wear lighter clothes. You have to, I'll just mute somebody. I think somebody is unmuted. Okay, so you have to wear lighter clothes because you want to be projected. So you want to be projected in the video, not your background. So try to have contrasting, don't blend in. You have to stand out in a video. Secondly, if you want to put something on the background, okay, so that has to be relevant. You cannot just put anything arbitrary. So you cannot have a family picture beyond. Unless you're a relationship consultant. Okay, if you're a relationship consultant, then also I will ask you not to put a family picture in the background, because people focus shifts from you to the family picture. Okay, so you can have quotes, but only one quote. That does not mean you have the entire wall of quotes, like people keep on reading it. So you can have just a quote, okay, or you can have a rack with certain books, or an idol, idol, I mean not the puja idols, but something like a showpiece, or something like a Buddha idol, which gives you serenity, calmness, all these things. So anything you can put up minimal. The key here is either be minimal or just don't put it. Okay. And put something which is relevant to you. So if you're putting books also, don't put the entire rack of books. Okay. Just keep few books which is relevant to you and you strongly believe in, because that shows your personality. So in a video, when you are giving videos out, your personality comes out. Okay, it's not that you can fake anything on a video. Regularly making videos, regularly giving in content, regularly talking, some or the other time your personality would definitely come out, however much you try. So always try to keep certain things which relates to your personality. Location, I'm not going to talk much about, because location earlier was very valid outside or inside. So, so if you are doing an outdoor shoot, you have to look into the location where you want the lighting, the sound, the disturbance, everything. But now you're doing indoor shoots more basically. So if you are just doing a sitting video or a standing video, okay, so if you're doing a sitting or a standing video, however you are doing, you have to be seen this much, only your portrait. So from your head to your chest, this is the level that needs to be seen on the video. If you are doing a DIY video on your own self, so you are doing a body language video, or you are doing something on clothes, or you are doing on makeup, accessories, whatever, or making looks and showing, which majorly image consultant does. So if you are into that kind of video, then your, of course, entire length have to be seen. But otherwise, it's only this much, the portrait that has to be seen on the video. Secondly, you have to take care of the sound. So your fan sound, your AC sound should not be too strong in the video. So to protect it, either you can have a soundproof room, or you can do one thing, you can just chill the room entirely before your video shoot. And once your video shoot starts, you have to switch off the AC, put the fan on the lowest medium possible thing, because whatever sound is there, the phone speaker picks it up. Okay, कोई भी sound होगा, the phone का जो speaker है वो pick कर लेगा. तो अगर वो sound आ रहा है, then that becomes a irritating sound कि वो fan का गा 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 sound आएगा. Okay, and that is very difficult to suppress. So in the all the tools that we'll be using either on laptop or the phone, either a free tool or a tool which just costs us around 1,000, 2,000 rupees, in those tools, you cannot press that sound up. But yes, if you have a video editing tool, which is like costing you 50,000, a lakh and all those things, you can do whatever you want to do with that. You can suppress sound, you can do something, you can insert sound, you can do a lot of things with that. But since we are using tools which are basic and we are using tools which are not that high advanced, but still it gives you a lot of clarity and to do video shoots, try to minimize the sound, the periphery sound that it picks up, because your phone has a tendency of picking up every sound. Okay, so you can use an earphone. Okay, you can use an earphone which is soundproof, so which cuts on sound. So people who are on iPhone, basically the AirPods which are designed now, they are like noise cutters. You have Neospots. Okay, you have these earphones from Neospots. It's like this. These are small. These are Neospots. Neospots earphone that I have. So it's called Noise. Okay, this earphone is called Noise. So they have a feature of cutting the sound off. So whatever sound is happening, it will not get to your phone. Okay. The first thing is speech. So you have to be very, very clear in your video. Whatever, each single word that you talk has to come out very clearly. Because understand, between you and the lens, okay, there is a kind of a distance of around at least 2 to 3 feet. One hand distance you have to keep so that you are seen this much. Okay. And plus what happens, so what happens if your speech is not clear, if you are eating up something or you are fumbling or something like that, then it shows in the video. Your speech will not be clear to the audience. So each single word, so you have to complete the word, you have to complete the sentence, you have to stop when there is a full stop, you have to stop, you have to pause when there is a comma. So you have to take care of everything. So see, there are two ways of designing your content. Either you write it down or you just speak from your mind if you're a good orator. So whatever is there, you have to give breaks and pauses. So your speech may, after rate of speech, your voice modulation, your pauses and your stress, plus your voice throw, all these things have to come at one place. Okay, all these things have to play the major important role while you are giving out your speech, so that your audience is clear as to what message you are going to give. Then we talked about our equipments and tool. I will again show it to you at the end once I finish the video editing, and last is the editing tool. So equipments we have to have a light. Okay, so if your house has a good light source, well and good. If your house does not have a good light source, wherein there is a wall in the back, you want to use a certain area and that area does not have a good light source, invest in a good ring light. Okay, that is most important, with a stand. So a ring light with a stand comes with a phone holder also. So that will solve all three purposes of yours, that you will have a stand, you will have a phone stand, and you will have a ring light. So the ring light gives you it gives you direct light on your face. So you don't have to depend on any light source. You can just have the ring light on and you are done, right? Then you have to have a mic. Now why mic, and especially the collar mic that I'm talking about? Why mic? Because your earphone sometimes is very close to your mouth. Okay, so what happens when you are talking a little harder or you are talking a little louder, that voice gets picked up on a very louder tone on the video. So if you have a mic, now the mic distance from your mouth is like you can adjust. So if you want that the video should not sound shrill, or it should not sound very high on sound and pitch, like you're shouting at people, then you can adjust the mic, your collar mic, in a way that it comes down and it picks up the sound like that. The third thing that you should be having, so I talk about mic, light, and if ring light is not possible, you can use any table light and all those things. The third thing is a green cloth. So like if your house has no wall at all, okay, so if your house does not have a single wall which is clear or the background is clear, you can always use a green color cloth. Okay, so a plain green cloth, you have to stitch it completely, set it. Okay, so you have to set it in a way that the cloth does not move in air, because अगर वो move करेगा air में, then the entire purpose of that cloth gets failed. So you can use that.
So finally, I may get disconnected. My data is exhausted, so please forgive me if I get disconnected.
ठीक है. So if you fine. So see how you can manage it, Maulik. Okay. Okay, fine. So we did this. This was the recap for Maulik and for rest of you all. all of you, if you all of you are ready with your videos?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. So we'll go to the editing tool. All of you must have done that InShot thing. Fine.
Yeah.
So this is the camera angle that needs to be taken care of. Okay. So the subject means you or the product or whatever shoot you are doing. So there can be the subject and you have to form a lighting triangle. Fine. So you can have your key light, that is your ring light or the external light that you want to use. You can have at one corner and the camera at the other corner. And you can face the light and the camera. Now you can keep, now this is a proper triangle, but you have to see what suits you. Because आपके घर में कोई और lighting भी होगी. These are basically for studios. Okay, आप studios में जब shoot करते हो, आप देखोगे कि आप बीच में होते हो, वो cameraman किसी और angle में होता है, lights दोनों side से आती हैं. Correct? So there are both ways there is a light. So that is studio setting. This is a studio setting which basically works. But you have to check with your present lighting system and your ring light, which is the best angle that gives you complete focus. Okay? And this is the slide that I wanted to show you yesterday, that when you are shooting your videos, so there are various sizes. So when you shoot for YouTube, okay, so there is a size which is called 16:9, means 16 is the length and 9 is the height, right? So that is the portrait mode. Okay, so that is the portrait mode which is below. Because YouTubes can be played on TV, YouTubes can be played on a slanting phone like this also. So what happens, आप अगर 16:9 के frame में shoot करोगे on a landscape mode, then that would be more effective on maximum number of your devices. So laptop पे भी वो सही दिखेगा, वो phone पे भी सही दिखेगा, and वो TV पे भी सही दिखेगा. When you are shooting it straight, so when your TV is actually straight, if you see like the phone, so what happens, this is the size of 9. So 9 is here and 16 is here. 9:16, which means it's an IGTV setup. So if you're on Instagram and you're doing an IGTV, that is an Instagram TV shoot, which gives you an approximate time of 15 minutes to put up videos, you can do this kind of a setup. So portrait mode when you are doing an IGTV, a landscape mode when you are doing rest of the shooting. Okay? So this is the way you should be doing.